What are the laws in Australia with Second Amendment? So you said earlier when I said to you about the man that took away, Ahmed Al-Ahmed, that took the guns away, what would have happened if he would have killed the killer?
Yeah, it's confusing the way that they write the legislation. Basically, so there's under no circumstances you cannot carry a defense weapon or a weapon to use for the purposes of defense. So if you were to like Google, what can you carry to defend yourself in Australia? They'll suggest things like maybe carry a strong umbrella or carry a heavy bag with
That's
you.
legit. You can
It's
Google
illegal to carry pepper spray. It's illegal to carry a knife. You can't carry anything at all. So in 1996, they took the guns away. And so basically you can still own a gun, but with very, very strict registration. And you cannot under any circumstances use a weapon in self-defense unless, this is where the legislation is very tricky, unless there is a substantial threat on your life. But in the case of the man, they would have said you had enough time to run away. And in almost every case, if you were to use a gun to protect yourself, even if someone's in your house, in your car, threatening your family, you will most likely face charges.
In 1996, is this due to the Port Arthur massacre that killed some 30-something
They
people?
took our guns away.
36 people, yeah.
And so that day, they're like, this is it, we're taking guns away.
Yeah, so for the next year, they basically took everybody, that you had to drop all your guns to the police stations.
You had to drop...
Hand everything down.
And obviously the evil guys are not dropping their guns. The Muslims will have it. They don't need to worry about that. It's just the good guys like us don't have guns.
That's what Albanese said. He said, because of this attack, we're going to tighten gun regulations, as though you can tighten it even more. Stricter than Australia. I don't know how you can tighten it even further. But this is the problem with this whole gun laws discussion. It's that criminals will always get the guns. They will always get a hold of weapons. We see this. It's not like we don't have shootings and school shootings in Australia. We have all of this. And so criminals will always get the guns, and we need the good men who are able to protect us against the criminals to carry weapons to actually protect and defend. So that man probably couldn't use that gun to protect.
So I have to walk around in fear, is someone going to attack my wife? And how do I protect them? I have to use an umbrella, apparently.
If you Google it, says martial arts.
Yeah, or martial arts, which I don't do martial arts. I'm not sure how I'm meant to protect my family.
Right. Can you pull up to if it actually says use an umbrella?
Yeah, Google. If you Google what can you carry to defend yourself in Australia, AI will tell you an umbrella, a heavy bag.
To protect yourself in Australia. Defend yourself in Australia.
Yeah. AI will tell you, look at that, where it's generating. Yeah, look at that, personal safety, scroll down. Human flashlight. The last time I checked, they said, yeah, there it is, heavy umbrella.
You gotta be kidding
Keys.
me.
A solid walking
for
stick.
Lawful, non-defensive purpose, solid walking stick.
Yeah, that will help me against the gun.
Or keys.
Because you can't tell the government that I had this in case of...
Enrolling in self-defense classes such as Krav Maga or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu provides you with skills and confidence to handle situations without relying on physical items.
I need to start training. It'll take me about 10 years, but hopefully they don't kill me in the next 10 years before I learn jiu-jitsu. So that's what we're dealing with. So they're setting us up for terrorist attacks. It's his fault. They need to fix the regulation. And a lot of people, Pat, they ask, how come it's always the Muslim men that commit terrorist attacks? And interesting enough, that 24-year-old and his father, 50-year-old, they literally told the wife. He told his wife, the father, that we're just going to go out, we're just going to go fishing or something, just a few days with my son. And in the West, a day out with your son looks like going fishing or swimming. In Islam, a day out with your son looks like going and shooting some Jews. That's what a day out looks like. That's a nice date day, father-son date day. And this is the thing about it. The reason they're willing to die, the reason Muslims are so arrogant and they're willing to shoot with no self-defense. Like that guy was shooting, no self-defense, nothing. Just shooting and trying to kill people. They are promised that if they die as a martyr, they're going to get 72 virgins in heaven. So every Muslim man, why wouldn't he die? Every Muslim man is promised, if you die for Allah, if you kill Jews, if you kill Christians in the middle and you die, you will get a reward of 72 virgins. So every Muslim man, sexually perverted men, they're like, let's go. That's why that 50-year-old man, that sexually perverted 50-year-old man, he doesn't care about his wife at home. She can be a widow now. I'm going to go to heaven and get 72 virgins. And that 24-year-old boy, sadly, he didn't, for him, he would be very sad. He didn't die. He was in a coma and just woke up today, and he didn't wake up to 72 virgins. He woke up to 72 cops surrounding him. So he'll be in a very big shock. So that's what Islam is. Islam is a violent religion. It's a sexually perverted religion. Heaven for them is a brothel. Heaven for Muslims is a brothel. Heaven is it's described as a massive pavilion, a massive street, a massive city filled with women, and you can have sex with them as much as you want, and they're going to return as virgins. I'm like, it sounds like a religion made by a man for a man. It's a religion made by a sexually perverted man, Muhammad, for sexually perverted people. And people might be listening and being like, that's too extreme. That's what he did. He's a sexually perverted person who had 11 wives, who raped slaves, who married a 6-year-old and slept with her when she was 9. And people say slept with her. I wouldn't say he slept with her. I would say he raped her. What 9-year-old would approve of sex? Yeah. We use consummated. I would go, it's not consummated and it's not slept with. It's he raped her. Yeah. At the age of 9, he raped her. It's a sexually perverted religion. It's a brothel. Heaven is a brothel. For Christianity, we look up to heaven to see the Lord Jesus Christ. Right? Jesus said to the criminal on his left, he said, today you'll be with me in paradise. That's the beauty of Christianity. I look forward to being in the presence of my God. I look forward to being with Jesus. Yeah. Stephen, when he died and was getting martyred, Stephen in Acts, it says he looked up to heaven and saw the Son of God seated at the right hand of the Father. That's Christianity. We'll await the presence of the Lord. Muslims await the presence of a virgin. And that's the sexually perversion of Islam.
To think of like philosophically, to compare what heaven looks like for a Muslim versus a Christian, if you can achieve that form of heaven, which is 72 virgins, if it's something that you can fashion up in your mind, you can imagine it, you could even achieve it technically here on this earth, that's clearly a heaven created in a man's mind. But for us, our heaven is to be in the presence of God. The fact that we can't fathom that shows us that this is not something created by the man of a mind of a man.
Yeah. Hey guys, Pastor Martin Cedra here. If you have any questions about Jesus, Christianity, Islam, or maybe you just want to know a little bit more about Muhammad versus Jesus, I'm here for you. If you need anything, if you need a church, we're planting a church all across America, so reach out to me through Minect.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.